G'day fellas. Welcome to a casted game between Haitch, spawning in the north of the map on the Indians, and his opponent, Donardi, spawning in the south of the map on the Dutch. Now, I'm not going to say Donardi's name. I'm not sure exactly what he's going for here, but doing his best to get around the word filter. Playing the Dutch, though. I'm a big fan of the Dutch. Recently, we've seen the Dutch moving up in the meta. At the moment, I would call them S tier. I would say that the Dutch are incredibly strong on both water and land maps. On this map in particular, we're playing on Pampas Sierra. Now, Pampas Sierra, you would know, has got all these llamas over on the west side of the map. So we see both players racing their hardest over here to grab all these llamas, send them back to their base. And for the Indian player especially, these are so important. We see Haitch getting an early lead out here, just moving as quickly as he can down towards the south. Probably going to be even trying to cut off a couple of llamas from his opponent. We see just how quickly he's down here. Whereas Donardi, on the other hand, is just managing to now reach here. Got his Envoy down here as well. Now, keep in mind, the Envoy's got 4 movement speed. The Indian Explorers have got a movement speed, I think, of 5. There we go. So a full movement speed's faster. A full 1 point. So 2 llamas at the moment for Donardi. And when we take a look at Haitch, we see Haitch has picked up 5 llamas already. So a decent amount of llamas from Haitch. And we'll get ready to take a look at the treasures over the map. We've got an 80 coin treasure, so not too bad from Haitch finding this one. What other treasures have we got out on the map? We've got an 80 wood treasure up here to the north. Now, has Haitch uncovered that one? He has uncovered that one, but he's not opting for it just yet. Actually prioritizing this one, I suspect, probably because he knows Donardi would be wanting to go for a treasure like this. A really good treasure. Looks like Don is going to be macroing towards a 12 villager age up instead of a 11 villager age up. Normally, we do see players, or Dutch players in particular, going for a more recent 14 villager age up, or instead of a 15, so 11 and 12, including and excluding the 3 villager shipment. So if we take a look at Donardi's deck, we take a look at the first stage, we see some pretty important cards, including military reform, so 20% increase of speed to the Halberdier. Now, no advanced arsenal in here for Donardi, sending in those 3 villagers first. So going to be doing that 15 villager age up, getting up about 4 minutes and 6 seconds should be the normal time for him. Moving over towards the east of the map, let's take a look and see what treasures we've got over there. We've got 3 stray llamas. We've got the 80 coin, and towards the north of the map, once again spawning, we've got the sweet potatoes with 105 food. So a really nice treasure here. Up towards the north, we've also got a nearly mature wolf pup that you can tame. And we've got 70 food. So some really nice treasures in the middle of the map. We've got the 80 coin that spawned down here, the 80 wood that spawned up here, and then we've got the 70 food that spawned over here. So really nice treasures. We take a look back over at Haitch. We'll have a look at his deck, see what he's got going on. His deck's called 1v1, a very standard deck. 3 siege elephants in age 4 rather, instead of, normally you'd see like the infinite Urumi. Oh, never mind. You do actually have the infinite Urumi. What else am I thinking of? Maybe there's another age 4 card that I'm thinking of that I normally see in Indian decks, but I don't see it here. So we do have these siege elephants. And we take a look. So he's got the 3 Mahout, the 2 Mahout, also got the 7 Urumi in age 3. The 8 and 7 Gurkha, and the standard age 2 cards that you would expect. So now moving towards this map, or this northern treasure. Donardi spying it. He kind of knows that that Haitch is in the area. Don aging up with the Logistician. Okay, so I didn't expect that. So Don going up with the Logistician here, instead of going up with what normally you would see Dutch players do is the Quartermaster. Don doing his best just to be a little bit secretive here. I think he's still spying this off. You can see the way that he's moving. He's coming up towards the north of the map, so I guess he's kind of like looking for an opening, looking for an angle, trying to probably get through these trees here. And we take a look at Haitch. Haitch now beginning the treasure, so taking out both of these, is giving them a stun. Haitch probably on the lookout for Don from the south, expecting him to come in, which is, I guess, is why he's angled more towards the south, getting that little bit of line of sight. But we see Don now moving towards the north, coming in from the north. So doing the right thing, beginning to focus down the explorers as well. Now, the explorers are going to get focused down by the... I say that, but the rifleman's just standing there. He's just minding his own business while the monks are wailing away on him. We take a look at Don. Is he going to go for the crack shot? It doesn't look like he is. He gets the shot off, and Don, I think he might have got it. He did get the last shot off, and Haitch takes it. Haitch is just too good. This is why he's the rank 1 player. This is why he's number 1. Haitch just walks away. Very, very easy for the big man himself. And Donardi in the chat saying lucka. And that's indeed it. Very, very lucky. Got the Agra going down in the middle of the map. Now H behind this has also got the market upgrades that are going down as well. And Don, we'll take a look at him, because when you H up with a Logistician, typically you're going to have a military wagon, but I can't see that military wagon. Oh, here we go. Okay, military wagon in the middle of the map right now. Also the Halberdier moving forward now. I think Don might be in for a bit of a surprise. Indeed, Don is going to be in for a bit of a surprise, because his barracks actually gets cancelled as he tries to put it down. Curious to see. Okay, he doesn't actually move it back. I would have thought in this position he would have moved it back, but now Don's trying his best to take this villager down. Look at the damage that comes out. H managing to put that villager inside the Agra fort before the villager does go down, but so much damage coming out on that Halberdier. I wouldn't be surprised. Honestly, a Halberdier like this, just a single Halberdier, could probably take out 2, maybe even 3 villagers if you weren't paying attention, or if you just weren't caring enough. It's impressive just how much damage they can do, but looks like he's doing his best to try and dodge the shots from the Agra fort. The Halberdier is probably going to be going down, though, so getting a Halberdier for free is not too bad. We take a look at Don's perspective, though. He's got a bank wagon that's just hanging out on his coin mine. Bank wagon now going down, so going for like a 2-bank opening. I do kind of like this. He's going to be opting for probably, I suspect, batch after batch after batch. That's what he's going to be doing. So he's going to be going for pops. That's really the best way that you can play it. So we'll take a look over at H's perspective. We can see he's going 700 wood behind this. So he's playing very, very passively. Explorer now coming in, probably going to be looking for a snare. Halberdiers getting out on top of the Gurkha. First Gurkha getting destroyed, evaporated immediately. Second Gurkha going down immediately as well. Halberdiers just doing absolute work. Going to be chasing down the last remaining 2 Gurkha, and we just see the Explorer doing a lot of work, getting that snare in, and going to be taking out the last of the Gurkha. And meanwhile, over on the right-hand side, we've got the 4 Halberdiers that are just chasing down the 2 fat monks. We've got a fat monk and another fat monk going down instantly as well. These Halberdiers doing so much work. And now the Agra fort actually going to be aggroing onto the pirates. Now, has Hazard learned his lesson? Has Big H learned his lesson? You got to be careful of this barracks, my friend, because if you're not careful, this barracks is going to absolutely destroy you. Oh, H, watch out, my friend. Watch out, H. I can only imagine that right now there is going to be... Yep, there's a big pop of Halberdiers about to come out. So we've got 8 Halberdiers that are coming out now for Don. Don doing a great job. Just giving up one Gurkha. H is. Meanwhile, he's got 3 Gurkhas moving back, doing his best to micro. Now, keep in mind, these units have got the exact same speed, but H is still just trying his best to micro these units away. And that's exactly what he's doing. Look at that micro. He gets the one Gurkha to shoot the Halberdier at the front, the 2 other Gurkhas to shoot the second Halberdier. Donardi actually giving up despite having outnumbering a significant amount, saying, you know what, I'm just going to lose all those units anyway, so what's the point? Donardi now sending in, or training more Halberdiers at this point. We see the Explorer over on the right-hand side, probably going to be going down. More Gurkha coming out now for H. So we take a look from H's perspective. We see what's happening. H actually stunning up this Outlaw Blowgunner. Allying with the Ottomans, I can tell because of the line of sight increase. And now we got more Halberdiers running in. I apologize for missing this. 4 Halberdiers coming out. First Halberdier going to be going down. And the Explorer now on top. Oh, this Explorer is so cheeky. Only 22 HP, but causing all of these units to get snared. Still, H isn't focusing down this Explorer. This Explorer's got a higher base speed than the Halberdiers. It's so imperative that you kill this Explorer. But H really just trying to do his best. This Explorer has made all the difference. It's the reason why Donardi is actually able to kill all of these Gurkha right here. All because of this 22 HP Explorer. So important that Explorer was alive. And now we've got 3 cavalry being sent in from the home city by Donardi. Going to be trying to clean up these Gurkha. And Minutemen getting called from H. H going to be calling the Minutemen, doing his best. Now, keep in mind, these are like veteran musketeers, 200 hit points. So the fact that Donardi is on top of these is just like he's wasting his own shipment. Don, you need to be on top of these Gurkha or just falling back right now because it's unfortunate. More Halberdiers getting popped out on the south of the fort. And we've got Sepoy being dropped in as well from the home city. 4 Gurkha now coming out for H. And looks like he might be able to clean up Don at this point. Those Minutemen really being effective there at cleaning this up. Don doing his best to try and get on top now of the mass of Gurkha, and more Hussars coming in. Donardi, did you make a stable, Don? Don's made a stable back in his base. 4 Hussars now coming out for Donardi, as well as a whole bunch of Halberdiers. The Hussars going to be connecting with the Sepoy. Not the fight that he wants. He needs to be bringing these Hussars around and taking out these Gurkha, but just the Sepoy is so strong in melee. They've got a 3x bonus with 15 hand attack, doing 45 damage a swing. H doing a wonderful job of microing, just shooting that Hussar as it was trying its best to get away. Meanwhile, the Agra fort just taking out shots the whole time. We take a look at the military population. We see that Donardi has got He's got units in queue, and that's really just about it. He's got nothing else that's on the field with the exception of the Envoy. That's essentially it. Everything else is just coming out now, so it sounds like 5 skirmishes is coming out. We'll take a look over at the perspective of Haitch, though. Haitch is doing absolutely fine. He's got his consulate. He's got 32 villages. He's got that wood trickle coming in behind him. He's got foreign logging. He is absolutely loving life at this point in time. We take a look back at the perspective of Donati. We see he's now training up those Halberdiers, doing his best to fight off the fat monk with his envoy. The envoy getting into the mix, finally taking down that monk. But we take a look at the stat difference. So we've got an 18 range unit up against a 20 range unit. Don's going to be doing his best to try and leverage that 2 range bonus that he's got. But the main issue that he's going to have is he's not going to have a stable. I say a stable, but I actually mean a barracks. Barracks is going to be going down very shortly. The sepoy is doing quite a lot of work. Halberdiers coming out, trying their best to do a pop. But I tell you what, 2 halbs isn't going to be enough to pop on top of how many sepoy is that? 9 sepoy, 8 sepoy, 7 sepoy. Counting's never been the strongest skill of mine. I'll say that much. 5 hussar now coming out for Don. Going to see if he can try his best to clean these up. But 5 more Gurkha coming out behind this as well. He's got to be careful. He almost lost his Gurkha just there, but he's got this sepoy mass at the back, and really, really nice micro from Haitch. If we take a look at the perspective of Haitch, what he's doing is he's just fighting with his Gurkha, and he's keeping his sepoy behind. These sepoy will come in if the cavalry comes in, and we see the cavalry now coming in, and so the sepoy come in. But the sepoy just need to be careful because they're going to get focused down by the skirmishers. And Haitch doing a really good job using the sentries as well, calling them from the town center and bringing them forward. We've got a little bit of idle time, stable going up in the base as well, and being able to fight off this mass quite well. We've still got the 36 health Explorer just doing its best to snare down the units of Haitch, but unfortunately for Donati, it looks like this game might be all she wrote on the wall because we've got 36 villages right now for Haitch compared to 23 villages of Don. We've got 2 banks in the base of Don. We don't have 5 banks, unfortunately. 8 pikes getting called from the home city. Don going to do his best to start sieging down this Agra fort, and Don really not giving it up. A couple of hussars, and now we've got 4 sepoy, 4 Sawa rather, popping out on top of the army of Haitch. He's got to be careful. You've got to bring these pikemen up, even just a couple of pikemen up on top of here. But we see the way that Don is just engaging. It's obviously not the best when you've got this much army from Haitch. Really doing a great job getting in on top of these units. We see more sepoy coming out from the south as well. Sawa are going to be able to get up, eventually escaping, coming back around. Look at this loop. Using the speed of the Sawa. He's got 7.5 movement speed on this to bring them back around, avoid the pikemen that are currently in cover mode, and then finally clean up the skirmishes. So really nice thinking from Haitch, very forward thinking. You know, he says, this fight isn't going to be over in 2 seconds. I need this fight to, I need these units to survive. And now Halberdiers popping out on top of the Soa, going to be taking out one of those Soa. He's got 2 that remain, and really just doing his best. And now we've got a big batch of 5 Sawa coming in. I suspect with this batch of Sawa, it's just going to be a good game. This is so many Sawa for Haitch to be able to, or for Donati to deal with. We take a look at Don's perspective. He's getting out a single batch of Hussar, and that's really the difference. And then we see a good game getting called. So game going over to Haitch. Very well played by Haitch. Impressive stuff. It was an 11-minute 30 game, and I tell you what, we had about, what was it, 6 minutes, 7 minutes of action? So this is Age of Empires 3. I hope that you've enjoyed this game. If you'd like to see more Age of Empires 3, I encourage you to head over to Haitch's channel. I'm going to leave a link in the description, as well as the pinned comment to Haitch's channel. I encourage you to head over there, chuck him a like on one of his videos, maybe even subscribe to his channel if you like what he's got going for it. We'll check the military unit population. We'll see exactly what happens. Donati falling down from 16 military pop down to 0. So definitely tough spot. Some big drops going down from 22 all the way down to 7, and then down to 5 at the end. So some big drops there for Don. And other than that, let's take a look at the resources gathered so we can just see that that Haitch eventually does pull ahead. All right, fellas, I hope you've enjoyed this game. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll catch you guys in the next one.